and welcome back to the Lowdown in 15. And yes, we are rolling on, but before I go into all that, yes, I do want to do it again and say thank you to everyone that has come along this journey with me. Every subscription, the feedback, the email, thank you so much, and do keep it rolling in. But if you haven't already, do subscribe, like the video, share it, look for us on Facebook or on Instagram, and don't forget, join the Mission Monday train. Don't be left out. Send in your video, your encouragement. I am so ecstatic to share what people are bringing into me, and I just want to say thank you once more. But yes, today I believe we all know what a race is. Yes, we will go running around the place, but no, what makes the relay race so different? The relay race is different because it's made up of 4 different sprints, 4 different legs as they call them. Apparently each distance is called a leg, and a runner takes hold of that particular leg. I know we have sometimes a 100-meter relay race, the 200 meters, 400 meters, 800 meters relay race. But what makes the relay race so different? Why did I pick up on the relay race? Because after all, it is a race. So yes, I'm going to go back to definitions, and yes, we'll see how it adds up later on. So the first definition I took was a noun, and for a noun, a relay, I'm going to be defining what a relay is. And a relay is an electrical device typically incorporated in an electromagnet, which is activated by a current or a signal. And then for a verb, the relay is when you receive and pass information. Interesting, isn't it? But let's look at the different legs of the relay race. We have 4 different legs. Have you ever wondered how do they select which runner takes each leg? That was interesting for me on my research, and apparently is based upon the speed of the runner. There is a generally accepted strategy that's used in setting up a 4-person relay. The second fastest comes first. The third fastest is the slowest lane. Then the fastest person is the anchor. I want you to take note, the fastest person is the anchor. So you see, it is based on the person's speed. In another way, you can say it's based on a person's ability. Does that make sense? That is how the relay race is set up. And we have the last person being the fastest person, the anchor. Why the anchor is placed is make sure that it makes up any speed or maintains the speed that has already been set. Now let's look at the passing of the baton. And here it tells us that in the relay, runners do not switch hands when passing the baton. I didn't know that. You actually don't switch hands when passing the baton. Therefore, if the first runner holds the baton in the right hand, the second runner will receive in the left hand. The third runner will receive and carry the baton in the right hand, and the final runner will handle it in the left hand. So there is a strategy. There is a system in place that ensures that that baton is moving from one runner to the next. Where do you think I'm going to with this? Have we thought of it and thought of how we are meant to be in the body of Christ? Remember, each distance is the same, and each distance is given to a runner according to the runner's speed. And the Bible tells us here in 1 Corinthians 12:4, there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. There are differences in ministries, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of activities, but it's the same God who works all in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to each one for the profit of all. I want to take note. The manifestation of the Spirit is given to each one for the profit of all. Look at the relay race. Can you imagine when they're training, they're preparing, and the relay is going on, and the first person has done their own leg and passed on the baton to the next person? What do you think that first person is going to be doing? He's going to be cheering on his teammate because the teammate has to make it. The person is going to be cheering on, saying, go for it. That they've trained together, they've practiced together. They're going to lift this victory together. You see, in the body of Christ, each one, there are diversities of gifts, but each gift is given for the profit of all. So it works in sync. So that tells us that whatever manifestation of the Spirit that is given to you, you're supposed to bring it out for the benefit of the ecclesia, for the benefit of the church, and as it should be each one should be encouraged by the other to bring out that gift because it benefits all. Because the Bible still tells us in that same 1 Corinthians chapter 12, going on to verse 12, it says, "For as the body is one and has many members, but all of the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Christ." If the Bible goes on to tell us that if your eye is hurt, the hand cannot say it doesn't affect. It's one body. It's one body. Isn't it amazing that we are in a race? The Bible tells us that we should run the race as we are going to get the prize. You know, when you run the relay race, each one of them holds up the gold medal. Each one of them has a medal put on them. So we need to know that in this time that we're here, in this time we've been placed on the earth to be the light of the earth, that we all have a race that we're running, but as we're running our individual races to get the crown, we also are part of a body and must function as a body with the manifestation of our gifts, and each gift is given according to the ability that has been placed within us. Remember, in the relay race, every leg was given according to the speed. And I want to pick up on that anchor leg. It says the anchor leg is the final position in the relay race. Typically, the anchor leg of a relay is given to the fastest or most experienced competitor. The athlete competing the anchor leg of a relay is responsible for making up or maintaining the race lead that has already been set by his teammates. And that tells us that each one has their ability, some more experienced, some more strengthened than others, but they are all working together to ensure that they win that race. Now you are the body of Christ and members individual. God has appointed these in the church: first apostles, second prophets, third teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healings, helps, administrations, varieties of tongues. But believe they all work together. So there's a reason why someone is placed as an apostle. There's a reason why someone is placed as a prophet. There's a reason why someone is placed as a teacher. There's a reason why there are different helps, administrators that are placed. Those gifts are placed within us. But it's all for the working together of the good. We are all to encourage and cheer each other on, because every manifestation of the gift of the Spirit is for the benefit of all of us. Now look at the things that are so in sync. We have a race, and the Bible tells us, let us run with endurance the race that has been set before us. It also tells us that when we're running, do you not know that those who run in a race run so as they should receive the prize? And then look at that. Look at the synchronization that's given, in the relay race. That is how we're supposed to function as one, because we are all been given gifts to be used for the benefits of all. So look at the different things that came to mind when I was thinking about the relay race. We have the positioning, we have the synchronization, and look at it, there's a unity, there's a love, there's encouragement, there's a passion. And look at it, there is a single eye. Each one of them has the eye on the prize, a single vision. So there is alignment, there's unity in what they're doing. The Bible makes it so clear, and it's sometimes the simplicity of it, sometimes I think we complicate it. We all must run to receive the crown. Each one of us will get our individual crown based on what has been placed in us. The Bible does tell us that one plants, another waters, but each will receive a reward for their labor. The body of Christ, with all functions important and working together, are given talents and ability according to the functions they are meant to carry out. Our journey relates to a race, not just to one another, but remember, when we are seasoned in what we're doing, we pass on that information. We transfer, just like the baton transfer. We either transfer it to our teammate that is running with us, or we transfer it to another generation. So we must be solid in what we're doing to be able to transfer it properly. Remember, I did say that when the baton drops, a team may be disqualified. So we have to be careful in how we do it, in that we have to become grounded in what we do. Like at the end of the race, Paul said, I have poured out, I'm dying empty, I've run my race. That is how we should be able to be at that point. And the manner of transfer, that baton transfer, how do we transfer that information? How do we pass on to the next generation or to our own teammates? I know when I looked at all this and I was like, wow, the way the Lord just puts everything in place. So I just wanted to encourage us, and I looked at the relay race is such a race that I'm sure we've all watched at one time or the other, or maybe we've been part of it. But you see, it relates to our life as well. How do we pass on the baton? Are we doing the best that we can do in our own part of the race? Are we functioning the way we should function in our own path, and also how we should function with others as well? Because there's a strength in unity in everything that we do. So let's not forget the relay race. Even when we think about different things as a body, we need love, we need unity, we need synchronization. It's one spirit, so we should be saying one thing. I hope this encouraged someone today, and yes, as usual, I do want to hear from you. Keep that mail coming in. Did you agree with what I said? Did you not agree? And yes, our next episode is called Your Tribe. Don't forget, I am Ursula.